of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Missouri Tigers offense will take the field first. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his tool box.
They'll test the right side. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on third down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers offense will go to work for the first time today. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game is they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give on the inside. Picks up the first down, still moving. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Knight. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
There he goes. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Might be changing the route. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. He's got him. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Rock. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the 1st down, and let's see if they go for it here.
Really good job by this defense. 3rd down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big 3rd down stop.
Throws to the tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on. But couldn't do it. To the air on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return to the defense. Comes out on top with a pick.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge. The defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Going to try to get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Quickly out to the tight end. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. We played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Well, the good news about this drive... can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
He'll throw it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Oh, pass defense. It brings up a 4. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going for a big play downfield. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Wants to go up top. He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Memphis needs to convert this fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. They bring him down, but not... able to pick up the first down.
Well, going for it and getting it on fourth down, close to midfield, I think just gave this offense a ton of momentum. I'm curious to see what they're going to do here. Maybe take a shot and see if they can really...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Memphis! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
That touchdown pass at the end of the half is really going to help out this quarterback's confidence. The extra point's going to give them the lead. You got to feel good heading in at halftime. When you're up on the scoreboard, expect them to keep throwing it around in the second half.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. James Madison handled his business today, and given what the week was like in Harrisonburg, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Always a welcome play from the defense. They get a sack at the 47. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got the back over the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. No good. Still up by 8 after the miss. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see...
Turning it on! And he was loose and out the gate. It doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, but just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Rolling right and going deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Nowhere close on. And as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Got it, looking for the first down. Open space at the 25. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
That is a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open, make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it. Somebody made a big mistake in the back end.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop in the running back spot.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Memphis. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Off-play action on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Can't get him to the ground. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Now improvising. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the court. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Memphis will be forced to punt. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Memphis.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give to the single back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Powers through the defender. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense...
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the grab at the 10. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Steps away. Throwing on the run. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking.
They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's caught. That had all the makings of buck meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's Irvin. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Finally, they get him out of bounds. Thought they were going to let him run until he got tired. I don't think he's tired. He's headed to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Looking to throw on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's a...
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Missouri comes to the line with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later into the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got him downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pocket breaking down. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Quick completion to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't find his man as he took. Shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lost to throw again. Punch it out of the air. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. To the air on first down. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Memphis! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Salt enter word, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Missouri gets to the line quickly. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators fix.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on it.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab on the left side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. He'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires left. Makes the catch. It's blocked. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they can ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
Quarterback may change this route. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
This time he's got his man. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He'll set up to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Touchdown, Tiger! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They are set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Timeout call by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
This is my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll call for the fair catch here. He'll start this drive firing. Throws for the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The offense changing the play. Going to swing it on second down. Forced out of the pocket. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.